and Whitlow.
Brandon Spivey.
We are the. Go ahead, Brandon.
We are the Markout Movie Podcasters, and welcome to today's show.
Well, this guy. All right, and on today's show, we are doing Shark Week.
Okay. Come
Our
on, more
annual,
enthusiastic. More enthusiastic.
our annual Shark Week. This is your thing. Our annual Shark Week, where each year we try to look at least one shark movie and discuss it. Brandon, as always, picks the film, and he picked Bait 3D, and we're gonna get into it. So Bait 3D. Let's see. According to IMDb, a freak tsunami traps shoppers at a coastal Australian supermarket inside the building, along with a 12-foot great white shark. Well, sharks, it's two of them. This movie stars Xavier Samuel as Josh. You might know him from Twilight Eclipse. He played like the new one that I forget her name. She bites him and she tries to send him to kill Edward. That's that guy. Sharni Vincent Tina, you know her, and I know her from Who's Next, perhaps the survivalist in that movie. And then Adrian Pang is Jessup. Yu Wu Kui, Stephen. There's other people. I want to mention another person that I noticed from other films. Phoebe Tonkin, Jamie, and where is he? Julian McMahon as Doyle. He played in Nip Tuck. Also, he was in the first Fantastic Four movie as Doctor Doom, right, Brandon?
I think so. He also was in Designated Survivor for a couple seasons.
He's in that show? Okay.
Very good character.
Brandon,
come on now.
I was going to say, I'm afraid to ask you, what are these numbers?
Oh, the numbers will be not good for the most part. It's got a 5.2 out of 10 on IMDb. It's got a 3.9 out of 5 on Vudu. Yay! Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 46% with an audience score of 28. Come on now, give it some love. 80% like it on Google though. So Google,
Okay.
there you go.
Google's all about it.
I think it's bots on Google.
I don't think Google has a dislike button at all. But so this movie, alrighty. Where do I start? First, when Brandon told me when Brandon first told me we was gonna be watching Bait 3D, I asked him, "Should I? Is there a Bait 1 and 2 that I need to watch before this?" And he said, "No, the movie is Bait 3D, and that's the first one." And I said, "Okay." And is it in 3D? No. Is the shark 3-dimensional? Yes. Oh my goodness!
It was in 3D though. Its initial run in theaters, which I
did have.
Yeah,
did it have an initial run?
Yeah.
Oh wow, this movie. All right, so as Brandon explained it this way, this is what's that? What's the crawl space? Crawl space. It's like Crawl, but with sharks in a supermarket.
Except Crawl was more serious. This is pure fun and absurdity that you can come across.
Yeah. Crawl is a great movie.
Yes.
If you want to watch a movie that is not a shark movie, but kind of still gives you like Jaws vibes, Crawl is that movie. If you want to see a movie that is like Jaws but don't want to see Jaws, watch Shallow. Shallow is the movie I would recommend. I know you did.
I watched Bait.
Because you're like, I need to finish with a good movie. So you watch.
No, I had a lot of fun. I
didn't hate.
I figured you didn't because you are you. You're not a really big fan of sharks films per se. but I was trying to figure out which one to pick, and I was going like, well, as far as the
Oh,
serious,
Wilford, yo,
hey yo,
he said he saw bait and it's not that bad. Okay. And then he says, don't watch the
too late.
requeen.
I already did. It's making
And
my
was it
worst
that?
film to the year list.
Is it? Did it come out? Did it come out this year? You
Yes,
say it has Alicia Silverstone, right?
sadly, it does. Yes, she needs to go back to acting school after that performance. Oh man,
Oh,
it was the worst of her career. I didn't think you can get there, but as far as picking this film, like I was thinking, okay, what are some legitimate shark films that we can do that we haven't done? And the only thing I really could think of was the Jaws sequels and Bait. And I was like, I'm not ready to put you through the sequels of Jaws just yet. So I was like,
I
I'll go with
appreciate it.
Bait. I only saw
Now,
Bait once. And I was like, I had fun with it the first time I watched it. It's like, it was
it
fun.
was fun. It was a dumb fun movie. It the actors in it, like the character of Josh, uh, he we meet him at the very beginning of the movie with a hangover, and his friend Rory, who is the brother of his girlfriend, gives him a concoction to kind of help him, you know, get over his hangover. But also he picks up the slack. He's a lifeguard, so he picks up the slack for him and does a job that he's supposed to do, which is out on the water. And 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 while they're out on the water, there's two people get attacked by sharks. One is an old man that gets like thrown in the air and eaten. It was hilarious. And I knew what type of movie it was in for right then when I seen the shark throw him up in the sky and catch him, and I'm like, okay, so we're there. And then like Rory, who gets his legs eaten, he could have still survived, obviously, but he, he I guess you can't swim with no legs. I don't know. I don't know the rules, but yeah, it starts
I
off.
mean, you might can swim a little bit, but you're going to die of blood loss
Yeah, well,
if the shark
yeah.
doesn't finish you off.
It didn't finish off. He might have once he floated down to the bottom. Uh, so, but yeah, wow, yeah. So we're there, um,
There.
and and there's some things in there just like okay, I seen it coming. Now with like we flash forward, it was like 6 months later or what,
I think it
something
was
like
six
that.
months. I think it was 6 months.
Um,
It could have
we
been a
flash
year, but I want to say it was 6 months.
we flash forward to Rory is now working at this supermarket, and I was wondering at the time. 'Cause I didn't look up the synopsis at all of this movie, so I was like, why are we in the supermarket? I'm like, we're nowhere near a beach or water, and I was wondering like, are they going to go to the beach? Like, because they're setting up characters, and I'm like, they're introducing us to these characters like they're going to be in the movie, and I'm like, when are they going to get back to the beach? No, they're bringing the beach to them. They're
Yeah.
bringing the ocean to them. And wow, there is a tsunami in Australia,
Yeah.
and they get stuck in the supermarket, and it is ridiculous.
It is
It is ri-
ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I loved it though. I love for 2012 movie that probably didn't have a lot of but I mean they didn't have a lot of budget.
Mhm.
I felt it still looked pretty good for those effects to get the sharks into the grocery store, the supermarket. I was kind of impressed with it because I figured this movie probably cost 10 to 15 million.
Did you ever think that you would say to get the sharks into the supermarket?
No,
In
I remember hearing about this plot, and I was like, okay, this can't be taken seriously, but I was like, maybe it'll be like Deep Blue Sea. I kind of got a little vibe of Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, towards the
But
end, especially.
yeah,
Um,
but I was like, man, this is what Sharknado should have been, with a bigger budget instead of what they just went with. But I had a lot of fun with it. Everything. I was just, man, I was smiling. I was just full of smiles, and I was like, man, this is.
Wow.
And in my review on Letterboxd, I said more shark films should do this instead of the seriousness and boring people to death. Do fun shark films like this. You do
I
that.
did notice that we had a slight homage to Jaws in this movie at the very beginning with Rory's attack, when they said it's a shark, and just Josh character reminded me a lot of what's the chief name in Jaws? I'm gonna ask you because you know.
Martin Brody.
Yeah, yeah. He reminded me a lot of him. Just in that look, like quick, like his reaction is like get help, and then you want to run to help. Which you know, the thing that works for this movie is they keep compelling characters, and
Yeah.
so the characters were compelling. I was invested when Josh, because I know him from Twilight. I ain't gonna lie. He's in Twilight. I've seen Twilights. I've seen all of them. I know the guy. I was like, yeah, I'm glad to see the guy. And then with Sharni, who is Tina, I liked her too. I like her in Who's Next, and so I was invested in these people that I've seen previously before. Now the ridiculous thing in this movie, which is so ridiculous, but you have fun with it. But when the water consumes like the car part, and they're still stuck in the car, like, and no water is getting into the car, I'm like, come on, guys. The seal on the car is not that. It's not that. That's not that strong. Maybe that BMW was. I don't know. Especially not that old time van, that kidnapper van.
Yeah, but what I love about that scene though is that they're arguing about the shoes. You got water surrounding you. You see a shark swim by, and you're arguing about shoes, whether they're
Gucci
real.
shoes. Knock off Gucci's. Fake
Yeah, knock
Gucci.
off Gucci shoes. But one of the funniest scenes to me though is when they actually get out of the car and they're swimming, and the guy's got the dog, and he just throws the dog.
He said, what's the dog name? Bully. He said, I'm sorry, Bully, and he just yeets the dog into the water. like as bait, like you go, shark take you. And you know what? I can't say I blame him. If it's me or Cole, it's gonna be Cole. When it comes to a shark, I'm like toss him in the water. I'm sorry. It was fun. I laughed out loud, and I laughed out loud at the part where like during the hurricane and everything's going on, and that blade sticks the lady in the face. It's
Yeah.
and like she catches it. I'm like, okay, this is this type of movie. Now, what was very predictable is the one guy that pops up that was acting out villainy. Like, I was like, that is the other guy in the mask, because you know his whole energy was like, I'm a villain. So, but it was like, I don't know, it was fun, man. What do you think about the dude, Steven, who what do you think about Steven who took like they made a makeshift uh um what do you call it, deep sea suit,
Yeah.
something like that, out of like grocery bags and baskets, and you know.
I knew he was gonna bring it up. That's because that's like,
Of course.
how can you not? I loved it. I was like, man, this would not work at whatsoever. But I love it. I love how ridiculous it is, and it actually cost him his life because he couldn't get out of it.
He sacrificed himself.
Yeah.
For the good of the rest of them.
Just seeing him get in the water with that, I was like, it's kind of creative though. I mean, the shark can't get you that way. But of course, if you run out of line, which he did do, you're kind of stuck. You can't get out of it. You can't swim. You're dead in the water. You're bait. But it was so ridiculous. That scene was so ridiculous. I loved it. I mean, every little piece until we get to the end. I'm loving it. I'm like, it's beyond ridiculous.
Until we get to the end, so you wasn't really feeling the end, or?
I think the end felt abrupt. Just kind of ended, And I was thinking, okay, if the ocean's getting in there, there's no way it's just two sharks. That's just. I know we're
Like,
supposed to just, not supposed to, discontinue everything. Just we're not. You're not supposed to believe that. But come on, two sharks, get in there. That's
so
it.
with Crawl, uh, the alligators,
Oh man,
they how many alligators was it? Like two or three of them?
I was
There's a
thinking
bunch of them.
it was a bunch. It was. I was thinking about five.
Because I noticed there's eggs and they've been laying
Yeah.
eggs somewhere down there. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. It's like, but it worked. But this movie, I'm not saying anything against this movie. I wasn't bored. I wasn't bored in it. And the bad CGI. Now the shark under the water was better than whenever you see the shark above the water. Outside the water, you can tell that it's a 3D, like not really finished looking shark. But
Yeah.
under the water, it actually looked pretty good. And there was times where I forgot that it's a CG shark. Now you see like jellyfish and fish. Now sometimes the fish don't look too good, especially like when light hits them.
Hmm.
That's the most important thing is shadowing with things, and the shadowing doesn't look as well. But the shark, just the concept of a shark and they're stuck in a grocery store. I love siege films, so it works for me because a siege film is like Tremors. I think I get Tremor vibes in this movie, in the sense of them stuck on top of the shelves and stuff like that, trying to
Yeah.
find a way to get down. It's like I had fun with it. I had fun
Yeah. I
with it.
mean, I could see Tremors. I hadn't even thought of Tremors at that point while watching it, but I could see that now. I could definitely see Deep Blue Sea, the last act. A lot of influence on this movie, which I mean I think it's a good thing because Deep Blue Sea was a fun popcorn film as well, so it
Mhm.
didn't take itself too seriously. And if I'm being honest, I prefer shark films not to take themselves too seriously because you know what they're going to do anyway.
Well,
You know,
come to find out, Xavier Samuel. I didn't know this. I haven't seen the movie yet, but he was in Elvis. He played Scotty Moore in Elvis. So
early on, yeah.
yeah, wow. Okay, so I'm glad. I was looking to see if he's still acting, and I'm glad to see that he still is acting. So that's good to see. I'm always excited to see people still getting work. Um, yeah, because this movie, he's probably a young actor who's like agreed to it. It's like, oh, okay, it's a paycheck. It's shot
Yeah.
in Australia, I assume,
Yeah,
uh,
it's shot in Australia.
and I believe so. Sharning, who was also in Who's Next, or You're Next rather, uh, is an Australian actress because she's Australian in Who's in You're Next as well. So um, yeah, I'm just they had some really compelling characters. Let's see what Bilfer says. In bait, they use a firearm underwater. Water is 800 times denser than air, and the bullet will travel a few feet and fall down. Yeah, I thought about that when he shoots the shark underneath the chin in the water. I'm like, yeah, it's not. But it's a movie, right? It's a movie. Like it, and I don't think they will penetrate to the top of the shark's skull, like head, but it penetrated through the bottom of the chin or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie though. This is the same movie where a man makes a scuba suit out of grocery carts and paint
Not to
cans.
be taken seriously.
Yeah, it's the same movie where a chick jumps over to a deli to grab one piece of meat for no reason because it serves no purpose at all until like the bad guy like gets hooked and thrown in the water. You know who I didn't see die? The guy that throws the dog into the water. I didn't see him die. So I just turned around and he was gone. I was like, oh, when did he die? I didn't notice it.
yeah,
So
he got eaten. Um,
uh,
what did you feel about the Asian guy getting
the
slaughtered?
grocery store dude.
Yeah,
Oh, the owner, the manager of the grocery
bitten in
store.
half.
I did not see that happening. I didn't see that.
Really?
Sorry, he's trying to climb up to the air vent
Yeah.
and then spiders, which was badly CGI spiders, crawls on him. And he's like, oh, he's fighting the spiders, and I thought he was gonna fall into the water and then get eaten. But no, the shark just jumps up, jumps out the water. Now I don't know
You're
about sharks.
optimist.
Can sharks jump out waters like that? How
Yeah.
do they
Great
do
whites jump out of water like that.
do they?
Mhm.
Okay, okay. I was wondering if like
I'm not saying they
what
jump
is
out that high, but they can jump like I think 4 to 8 feet, but
yeah.
they go right back down. It's not like it's not like they can stay up there and eat someone in half and then go down.
Oh wow. Well,
They take one bite and they go back down.
bait. You
Bait.
know the cover, man. Well, what can you say about this? So you have a girl in this movie also who's like a shoplifter, and her dad's the cop, and he just happens to be there. Uh, and
We get the,
he has shrapnel in the leg. Yeah.
well, he got a call though because it's a robbery going on at the same time.
Well, he didn't see the robbery. The robbery was going on at the same time. The robbery happened after she got busted for shoplifting, and the robbery just happened to be happening. Uh, one guy had a mask on, the other guy didn't. It's like y'all need to get together with your plan. Like, and he looks suspect when he walks in the store and just grabs a random cart.
Well,
You
he didn't
know,
want to do it either. Something to do with his brother, which they never did fully explain. What's going on with the brother?
yeah. I was wondering who was like, does his brother need medical help or something?
Yeah, I don't know. That's just a subplot that never went anywhere at all. Which I mean, I guess when you're trapped in a grocery store with sharks.
What you think about the scene where the dog is barking? Like the animals sense the tsunami's happening, but the bird like swoops at the dog and the dog reacts to it. Like the dog reacts like I wonder if it was a real bird at that point, or did they throw something at that dog to get that dog to like react that way? That dog reacted like, oh, something just like was coming at me. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like
Yeah,
a malamute or something.
I would say they did something to make the dog react, unless she's just really good on command. You know,
Yeah.
unless it's a really like it's a trained dog. You never know with these studios.
I'm looking at this shark, Brandon. This shark looks quite terrible. There's a scene. This is a scene right when it's jumping out the water. It looks like it's about to grab the. I don't know. There's a boogie board up under it, broken up boogie board. Maybe this is at the very beginning when the old man was swimming in the sea. I don't know, but there is this shark. So it's very shiny. I wish I could show you all on the screen. I guess I can. Hey, this is what I'm looking at. It might look bad. Oh, hold up. Here we go. Let me. Nope. Let me get rid of this.
Let you get rid of this.
There we go.
Yeah, I can see again. Yeah. Shark
Look
looks
at
angry.
this shark.
I'm looking.
It does. It does look angry. It looks very shiny as well. It's a very shiny shark. Uh, but honestly, this movie is better than what's that? 40 meters,
47
whatever they had.
minutes down.
Yeah, when they was in the cage. I like this movie better than the cage movie. Honestly, to be honest, like it was it was a fun movie.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's absurd, no doubt. I mean, I told you it's absurd, but it's fun. That was my selling point. It's fun. And sometimes
but
you just need to have fun. I mean, like
but
there's not a lot of good shark films out there. I mean, there's just trust me.
why is it? Is it because shark films are so easy to make, or
Hard to
and
make.
they're hard to make?
I think they're
Well,
hard to make. Like a good one is hard to make. I think
what's
the
the
problem is they want to recapture Jaws and you just can't. I mean, the
so
sequels couldn't recapture it. What makes you think you're going to?
so what is the so let me ask you, what if you had to pick, I don't know if it'd be hard to do it, but five shark films, the best shark films. Well, I assume Jaws would be the top of your list.
I think there's only like legitimately only two good shark movies ever been made.
Jaws and Deep Blue,
Legitimate, yeah. Jaws
Or
and the Shallows.
Jaws Shallows. Okay, I agree. I agree. But if you
But
weren't looking for schlock, if you look for schlock, then you can add Deep Blue Sea. I guess this film, and I don't know if you can get a fifth. Could you do a like Piranha? Is that like shark adjacent, or no?
I would put 47 meters down in the fifth spot. Um,
Okay.
just because the first two acts is very intense. It loses itself in the last act. I wouldn't argue with that. But those first two acts, man, it's very good. It's very intense. It's a lot of suspense. The sharks look
What
great.
what about that movie where do you consider a shark movie the movie where the people are trapped at sea and the couple and the sharks start coming around them? You know what I'm talking about?
You talking about open water?
Open water, yeah. Would you consider that a shark movie?
No, no, no. I really wouldn't. I've only seen it once, but I was
I've never seen
disappointed
it. I
because
desire not to see it.
it reminded me of what was that movie? Paranormal Activity. You go there for the sharks. And that's why you're watching it, and really don't get anything to like the end. It's from what my memory is, you don't really get anything to like the very end. It's about the tension it creates, the fear of sharks being lost, out there by themselves, and it's. I didn't particularly like it, but it's got its fans. But I don't know. It wasn't for me. Um, but yeah, I
There's a
really.
scene that Bilford was referring to when the guy takes the shotgun at the bottom of the shark's face and pulls the trigger, and it goes up through the shark's brain and kills the shark. That's the way to kill a shark in the water. The Meg not listed as a great shark movie. Brandon?
Well, I've seen that probably not as much as Jaws, but I rewatched it, Friday night, and I was excited. I didn't like it as much. Um, it's fun at moments, but it's not like the book. If it's like the book, personally, I think the book is better than Jaws. But
Hmm.
they didn't do the book, so I can't say it's a good shark movie. It just
Okay.
it's fun at times. It's a popcorn film, but I don't think it's a good shark movie. No.
Now this is a better. This shark looks pretty good here
Yeah.
outside the water. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty convincing. Uh, but I mean, it was a fun concept. Just a concept. Like I said, I love siege films, and I consider anything a siege film is people stuck in a place, and they gotta learn how to survive that place and get it out and get out. My
Yeah.
favorite siege film would be Tremors, and then it would be I would say The Thing. I consider it a siege film because they're kind of isolated in a place. Um, for uh, was it 30 Days a Night? I enjoyed that siege film in a sense. This film is a siege film. I think it actually works. Um, I like siege film. I like movies where people are stuck together and they gotta work with each other to survive.
Yeah.
Tremors did it so good. They did so well. But yeah.
And what did you think about the ending? Of
So the electricity, the electrocuting the shark. Um, it. I knew that it was going to come back to play because I was thinking when I seen the wire about to reach the water. I said, why don't you? I was thinking, why don't y'all just instead of killing the water, like killing the electricity, why don't you just allow the shark to get electrocuted? Now, granted, electrocuting the shark works in a sense, but shooting the shark with an electric taser gun, not so much. And tasering the shark. I wonder if it would have the same impact on the shark than it would. Like, I don't know if it have the same impact. Like, I don't know if shark skin is, you know, a little thicker than those prongs. I don't know. I don't know. Bilfrey may know. Um, that Suicide Squad slash the Lone Shark, not a shark film. Oh, you talking about King Shark? I have him on my shirt actually. You can't see it. It's I have him on my shirt. There he is, right there. Um, I liked him as a shark. Brandon, controversially enough, didn't like him. But I liked
What?
him. Yes, Brandon, you told me you did not like King Shark. You didn't like.
No, I like
No,
King.
you didn't. You didn't like Suicide Squad, the
I
movie.
thought. I mean, I liked it. I just didn't love it like you did.
Okay.
There were some things that just didn't work for me in it.
When you don't like things like I do, I assume that you didn't like it at all.
No, that's not it at all. I think I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I liked it. I just didn't love it.
Now, what do you think about the electrocution scene at the end?
I thought it was abrupt, but logical. I mean, there's nothing logical about this movie, but I mean, it worked for what they were going for. I just didn't want it to end. I mean, that's where I was at with this movie. I was like, just keep this thing going and going and going.
I
But
wish they, I wish they would have named it something else other than bait. Like they need to name it something that would have played into the whole uh, being in a grocery store, being in because that's what's unique about it. Bait, like if it's called bait shop, that would probably work. Even though it's not a bait shop, you know, that would have worked. Um, but bait, I don't know. I just feel like they should have did a little bit better with the title. Crawl is a great title for a movie because the characters literally have to crawl in crawl space, stuck in the crawl space, and then also alligators crawl. It makes sense. So I think that they could have did better. I think nobody, everybody wants to emulate Jaws, even in the
that's the problem.
title, but they can't.
Well, they won't do it.
Shallows work. Shallows work. It makes sense. It's a
Yeah,
great movie.
yeah, it is. It still holds up. I watched it Thursday right after this. Thursday night was better than Friday night because Friday night was Deep Blue Sea, which I still enjoy. And then it was the Meg, and I was like, kind of bad taste in my mouth. Like,
So but Deep Blue Sea still holds up for you,
yeah, I think
even
it holds up. It's a lot of fun. But like for me, the Meg has its moments, but it doesn't feel like it's. It feel like it's telling parts of the book. If you read the book, you probably understand what I'm talking about. It's telling parts of it, but there's not a whole story. It's not structured right.
here's an alternate. Let's see. Here's an alternate poster for bait. Um, there we go. So it's like the grocery store. You see, like the top of the frozen thing, and then up there you see the shark, and it says the food chain just got flipped. Um, which I love that like if you look at the actual poster for it that shows up like on I watched this on Freevee. But the poster shows up doesn't really imply that. You just see a shark and you see the guy with the gun or whatever. It doesn't really imply that. But that will draw me in. If I seen that poster back in the day, I would be like, oh man, that's interesting. So they're stuck in the grocery store. I see milk. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Let me see that. I think they could have did a little bit better with the title. That's just in my thoughts.
I'll give the title a pass. I mean, ultimately, I wanted to see this just because what the story was. Sharks in a grocery store. I've never seen anything like it before. So I'm
Should they
all
just
for
call
that.
it sharks? Should they just call it sharks in the grocery store, or would it have been like snakes on a plane for you?
Well, I didn't hate snakes on a plane, but I wish it would have been bigger snakes on a plane.
Should they? You think if they would have leaned into the ridiculousness of it, then that would have made it a little bit more popular? Because if you would have called it sharks in the grocery store or something like that, then I think people would be like, "This is stupid. Let me watch this."
Yeah,
Because snakes on the plane, you know what you're getting. You're getting snakes on the plane.
yeah, yeah. I just,
Sharknado, you're getting sharks in a tornado. It's so stupid. So stupid.
it's so stupid. But I tell you, that first movie, I still enjoy it.
When last time you watched it?
A few months ago when I reviewed them all. Oh, it was the worst. Oh my god, I so regretted it after I watched the first movie because watching the sequels, oh, it gave me migraines. Like I had never seen something so bad that was meant to be bad, but it just wasn't fun. I did not enjoy myself watching the Sharknado sequels.
Do you feel that Bait was meant to be bad, or you think that it was meant to be good?
No, I think it was meant to be bad. I think you tell a story about sharks in a grocery store. Come on. You can't go in thinking, oh man, this is going to be great. This is going to be so bad it's good. I mean, I think that's the process. If that's not the process, they won me over anyway. So, you know, I had a great time with it. I really did. Now, I'm glad to hear that you actually had fun with it and you weren't bored. And you liked it better than 47 meters down. So that's a plus. Because I was like, Aaron's going to hate this so much. He's going to be like, I can't take this serious. I was like, you're not supposed to.
No. Well, when it first came on, I was like, when it first came on, I'm like, all right, I like the lighting, like when they was at the car at the beach and stuff. The cinematography of it worked for me. I'm like, it doesn't look cheap. Yeah. I was like, it doesn't look cheap, so it looks actually inviting. And then like when I seen the shark, I was like, that shark looks so terrible. And I was like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And then like when the dude's legs got eaten, I was like, okay. And then it says Bait 3D, and there's like the block letters. I'm like, all right, okay, all right. Well, yeah, let's check it out. Let's watch it. Now, the same year that this movie came out, we got Sinister, House at the End of the Street, The Possession, Gone, Journey to the Center of the Earth. I'm trying to see if we had any more shark type films that came out that year. I'm not seeing. Probably did, but
I mean, you probably had a Sharknado. I'm not sure when it actually started, but it feels like it would have came out around then. But
we did get Avengers. The first Avengers movie came out the same year.
I mean, I'm not saying this movie would have made my top films of the year or anything. It may have sneaked in there because it was fun, but I wouldn't have said legitimately it's one of the best films of the year. But it was just one of those. It's one of those films that you could turn your brain off and just have fun with it, and that's all it is. And I like at times watching a film like that. I need a film like that at times. So, you need Brandon, a film like that at times too, because you're always stressed.
Yeah, Brandon, I got an answer for you. So this is the shark movies that came out that year. You've seen probably all of them. All right.
Possibly.
Bait, which this is what this is. Two-headed shark attack.
Seen it.
Attack of the Jurassic Shark.
I hadn't seen that.
Jersey Shore Shark Attack.
I'll never watch that.
Dark Tide with Halle Berry, it looks like.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Shark Week.
I think I've seen that too.
And then there's a movie called Kon-Tiki. Kon Tiki.
No, never seen it.
I think. Oh, and then of course Reef 2, Paraconda. What is Paraconda? It's like Piranha and Anaconda together. And then there's Piranha DD. Oh gosh.
Seen that too.
Oh gosh. Anyway, let's go ahead and give our score. Anything else you want to mention about this movie before?
No, I mean, I just, I think a lot of people that are probably reviewing us are like never even heard of Bait, so we're alerting them. We're giving them a little knowledge about Bait.
Now, I'll tell you this: if you want to watch this movie, I wouldn't spend money on it. Just go to Freevee. Freevee is free. It's like essentially what IMDb is now. They changed their streaming service name to Freevee. And there's free movies and shows and stuff on there, and this is one of them. Bait is on there. Well, it's only an hour and 30 minutes, maybe.
30,
It's
yeah.
not. It's not long. It doesn't feel long either. Maybe towards the end it drags a little bit when they're trying to wrap it up. But other than that, it's actually a decent little shark movie. And I had somebody's over here watching it yesterday, and he was actually enjoying it. He was looking at the movie, thinking, "Oh man, this is you know." He's watching, it, he's liking it. And my wife thought it was Jaws, but she was mistaken. She's like, "What is going on in Jaws?" I'm like, this is not Jaws. All right, but
So
but
you wouldn't
yeah,
buy it.
I wouldn't buy it, but I watch it for free.
If you're a shark nerd like me, you buy this.
There you go. All right, are you ready to give your marks for this?
Yep, I'm ready.
What are you reaching for? Did you buy it? You
I
bought
did.
it.
Yeah, here we go. There we go. Bait.
Date 3D. There he goes. But all right, I give this movie 3 markouts out of 5.
He's gonna give it 3 out of 5.
Yeah, it's decent. It's decent.
Decent.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it
Oh,
4
Lord.
out of 5. 4 markouts out of 5. I had a great time. It made me laugh. It made me smile. All of the absurdity.
Thank you, Bill.
Fellas. Thank you.
I do want to mention before we wrap. So we didn't do it at the beginning of the show, but I'm going to tell you, what we watched. I watched. I do want to, which I will. I'm going to talk to you about it when it comes out when the embargo is lifted. But I did watch Prey, and I really enjoyed it. It's the new Predator movie.
I tell you what I'm
It was
doing.
it was fun. It was
Tell you what
fun.
I'm
Are
doing.
you gonna watch them all, aren't you?
No, I watched them all last year. Dawson wants to see it. So what I'm doing is I'm getting Hulu. I'm doing a free trial and I'm canceling. That's what I'm
For
doing.
those that
I'm
for
not
Hulu
missing
that's
Predator
watching this
though.
podcast,
I'm
yeah,
not missing Predator. So
Prey was fun. It was fun, and I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to actually review it and tell you what I think. And I also watched, of course, I watched Nope. I enjoyed Nope. Personally, I enjoyed it. I thought it was. I know that not everybody is enjoyed the film, but I enjoyed the film, and I plan on watching it again. Um, so far, it's going to make one of my best movies of the year list because
wow.
I think it was fun. It's a fun time, and I enjoyed it, and I want to go back and just kind of analyze it a little bit more. Um, and then I finished Westworld season 1, and I'm on season 2 now. So that's also a very interesting show. Anything else I watched? I watched the first episode of I Am Groot, um, which they're really short episodes. It was it was cute. Uh, Bilford says Nope was fun, but the chimpanzee scene, what was that? I agree. What what was it? I can't tell you, bro. It's like and it sticks in your brain. You're like, Brandon hadn't seen it, so no spoilers for him. But yeah, I was like, what was that? But yeah, and Brandon hopefully he's gonna watch it this week so we can talk about it. Um,
I'm planning on it.
all right. I guilted him into it, actually. But yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I felt like he was obsessed with Nope. I was like, what is going on?
Hey, you can't talk obsession. You've seen Elvis 12 times.
5.
You
And
seen
it's
it.
still playing. So I'm going to go see it again. Make it
It's still.
6, which is
Oh
going to
God.
break my record. Never seen a movie more than 5 times in the theater.
What was the other movie you saw 5
Oh,
times?
God. The Meg. I was such a diehard book fan. So I was like, I got to help this movie succeed. That's why I kept going. So I was like, I gotta do my part. So, but
you can't hear it. But Bilford is judging you right now.
Is he? He probably is.
He didn't put it on there, but I know he is because he said bad can't get love, and you're like, oh yeah. But now, But
I give
you're
it
allowed to change your opinion over time. You're allowed to change.
I still give it a passing score because it is fun. It's just I want it to be right up there with Jaws.
Hmm.
I really do, and I feel it has the potential to be there if they actually follow the books. But if you don't follow the books, you just I don't know. It felt it felt like so many different movies convoluted into one. It just I didn't really like Statham as Jonas either. I felt Dennis
Hmm.
Quaid would have been more right for that role. Of course, most people say a younger Dennis Quaid, but Statham's not that much younger than Quaid. But I don't know. Was that all you
The,
watched?
yeah, I believe so. I don't think that there's anything else, or if I did watch something else, it didn't it didn't pop out to me. Bilford says I saw Alita Battle Angel over and over. You know what? And I liked Alita Battle Angel. I thought it was actually really good. I'm not familiar with the source material, but I enjoyed it. I seen it
Yeah.
once, but I thought it looked great, and I thought the action was good in it. What else? Did I watch something else? Speaking of action, I feel like there's something else I watched, but I don't can't think of what it was. Uh, I thought there was something else I watched. I just can't think of what it is. Clearly, if it wasn't memorable, if I can't remember it. But yeah. What about yourself,
Uh,
other than Elvis?
I watched Bull Shark, which came out this year. It's one of the worst films of the year as well. There is no bull shark in the movie. It's a great white, but the movie's called Bull Shark. It's a very cheap impression of Jaws. That's what I would how I would describe it. But it's a cheap movie, so I
Mhm.
give it kind of a pass. The Requeen, whatever that movie, Alicia Silverstone, was just oh god, she was just so annoying in that movie and so bad. Then the last act just went ridiculous. They were trying to be a serious movie, then it's like they went Sharknado with it. Just absurd. It just wasn't good absurdity. It was
Yeah.
just so bad. And the other one was Shark Week, not Shark Week, Shark Bait, which was a little bit better, but it was really bad as well. So I watched 3 new shark movies, and I just watched yesterday the new DC League of Pets, Super Pets.
Oh, how was it?
I liked it. It was weird for me. Like I'm assuming it's based on comics, but it was weird to watch Dwayne the Rock Johnson play a dog, and Kevin
Was
Hart
it
play a
good?
dog, and John Krasinski play Superman. But the best part about it for me was Keanu Reeves playing Batman. He nailed it.
Oh, he does.
He's so good. Yeah, I laughed a few times. The action kept me intrigued. I thought it was pretty good, and Aaron disappeared on me again. I don't know what that's about, but I really liked it and really enjoyed it. Yeah, I gave that 4 out of 5. Anticipated film. What's? I don't know what he's doing, Aaron. I don't know. Uh, but this is. I guess I'm going to close out here because I don't know where Aaron went. I'm going to see if he's messaged me. Probably not. But if you, there he comes. He's coming right back.
I'm back. Here I am. All right.
You got anticipated film here. I'm like, what's?
Yeah. I was gonna tell you. All right. Well, Bilford says, "Show me love." Can you guys review RRR on Netflix next? What is that?
I have no
What's
idea.
RRR? Yeah, I try to squeeze it in and watch it this week, and because we're doing Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I will try to watch. Is it RRR or is it just a shorthand of what it's called? Um, yeah, let us know if it's RRR. I'll look for it on Netflix, and I'll try to watch it so that I can tell you honestly what I thought about it. But yeah, I'll show you some love because Bilford, you're a loyal, viewer. Yeah.
Thank
Um,
you for watching. Appreciate you.
um, Anticipating films. Well, we got a little bit of time left. I was going to tell you. So what I'm anticipating now this year coming
Oh,
out. It's just like random. All right. So far, it's not in any order of what I'm most anticipating. But Avatar 2, I'm anticipating that.
Wow.
Um,
Come
uh,
out. That's a shocker.
Flash, The Flash.
The Flash. Is
Yeah,
that still
it said. Oh
coming?
no, it's 2023. I'm sorry. Um, Black Adam. Halloween Ends. Not really. Don't worry, darling. But it seems it's A24, so you know.
Um,
Uh,
I'm looking forward to that.
let's see. Bullet Train, maybe.
That comes out Friday.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I'm anticipating this year thus far. Oh, Wakanda Forever, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. That's it. That's it. Brandon.
Okay, I don't have a list or anything, so uh, second one's R1, second place at the 2022 Hollywood Film Critics Mid-Year Award for Best Picture.
It's called RRR. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely
I've
yeah,
never heard
yeah.
of it, so
Yeah, it's called RRR. Yeah, I will yeah, why not? I'll watch it, man. I'll
but
watch it and tell you what I think about it.
for me, Creed 3 got moved to 2023. Sylvester Stallone's going rampant on
I heard
all
he's
these
mad at
spin-offs.
Drago. He's
Yeah,
mad
he's
at
he's
Drago.
very upset. They won't give him the rights to Rocky. Like, it's his
Really?
creation. How does that man not have rights to his own creation? But yeah, he's very upset. So I mean, for me, like I said, I don't know what's really the Bullet Train movie. I do want to see that. I think that looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Beast with I always mess up his first name.
Idris.
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Elba. I love movies like that.
Yeah.
And
I
so
forgot about that movie.
I'm looking forward to that. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I feel like it's just going to be a tribute to Chadwick. So, but I'm looking forward to see where it's because that's closing Phase 4, I believe. So I'm just kind of curious what it's going to look like after. Halloween Ends. I'm kind of invested. Kind of want to see where it's going. Kinda. You know my feelings on what Kills did to me. So, that movie you mentioned, Don't Worry, Darling, I am interested in that. So, I don't really know what's coming out though. Like September through December, I really don't know.
Well, another one I meant to mention is The Woman King. I do want to see that.
I've
With
heard about it. I haven't.
Viola Davis. It's actually based on like uh, the I don't want to mispronounce the name, but it was a tribe in uh, in Africa that was predominantly women, and they were like warrior, like the in Black Panther, the women warriors that kind of are the warriors the T'Challa or whatever. They're kind of based off of them. They're based off of the most interesting thing about Black Panther, especially the first film, is a lot of the different people or tribes that you saw in there were bases off of actual tribes in Africa, whether it's West Africa, South Africa, there's different
Yeah.
countries within Africa. But yeah, it's really, really unique. I've been learning. Because my DNA says I'm Yoruban, which is Yoruba, which is a tribe in Nigeria, and so I've been trying to learn some to speak Yoruba. So, Bawani.
Look at you.
Yeah, so it's cool.
And I don't want to forget it. Samaritan, Stallone's new movie that's going to Amazon. I do want to see that. So I don't know why it's not going to theaters. Trailer looked good enough to go to theaters. So, but then again, Prey's not going either. That looked good enough to go to theaters.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think what I can't talk about it because of the embargo, but yeah, and then but yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait till you watch it. What I'm gonna do is go back and watch the other Predator movies. I'm not gonna watch all the Alien movies because I don't like all the Alien movies. I'll just watch the Alien Predator adjacent films that's on Hulu. That's the only way I'm gonna watch it. I don't. Yeah, I didn't like the one with Sanaa Lathan. I remember not liking that one. My most anticipated movies coming in 2022 is Steven freaking Spielberg's Fablemans. I didn't know that was even a thing. What's that?
I didn't either. I usually know I keep up with Spielberg, but I haven't heard about that one.
Fable. Man.
I'll also say The Strange World. Disney's The Strange World. That looks interesting. The animated film.
Oh, yeah.
Shazam looks interesting.
I forget. Is Shazam coming out this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not really interested in Black Adam, though. That's
I haven't
shocking.
seen the trailers. Huh?
I'm not that interested in Black Adam.
But you're a big rock fan, but
I'm a big rock fan, but I don't know. I'll see it, but I'm not pumped to see it.
Yeah. Well, I said it. So next week we're going to be discussing. We're going to plan on discussing, obviously, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm going to try to watch RRR. I'm trying to watch it. It looks like it's a Pakistani or Indian film. I'm cool with it. It don't matter. And then I'm gonna try to watch. Well, Brandon's gonna watch Nope, so we can discuss that. And Elvis, I still need to see Elvis. I might try to see it while it's in theaters.
It's got a few showings left. I'm shocked. I thought it was leaving because it was supposed to go to HBO Max like first week of August. If they pushed it back.
Yeah, I'll be interested to watch this. What's this clicking going on over there, though?
That's my sunglasses.
Oh, okay. Well, in the meantime and in between time, Aaron Whitlow,
Brandon Spivey.
We thank you for.
Oh,
let's see.
I forgot.
It's Telugu language made in India. Okay, I'm cool. I'm going to try to make some buttered chicken today, which is an Indian dish. See how I do. Go ahead.
But moving forward, if you like this video, you like this episode of Shark Week, click like, share, subscribe, comment, do it all. We're getting up there. Well, we're trying to anyway.
The Mark That Movie Podcast. You
Yes.
can Google us and you can find different places to listen and to watch. YouTube mainly. But yeah, we thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for marking out with us. Peace.